Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.
And this week we're talking about the episode Touched. This episode originally aired May 6th, 2003. And I closed the thing. Originally attracting an audience of 4 million viewers.
Yeah, there we go. Getting a bit of a jump.
Jumped above 4 million again.
Well, no, it hit 4 million. It didn't go above 4 million.
Oh, so it's just flat 4 million.
Yeah.
Not 4 million in one?
No.
Congratulations, episode, for being right on the dot for your numbers.
It has nothing to do with me being a dick either. Anyway, in this episode, Spike returns from his mission with Andrew, which was good. Because Spike and Andrew on a road trip together is always good.
Because it makes perfect sense. Just remember, if you tell anybody, I'll bite you.
He is enraged to find that the Scooby Gang have lost faith in Buffy's leadership during his absence, and have evicted her from her home. Well, it's technically her and Dawn's home. Anyway, he denounces all of them as traitors, then storms out in disgust to find Buffy after exchanging a few blows with Faith. Spike tracks down and comforts a depressed Buffy, while Faith accepts her role as the newly elected leader of the Potentials. Elected in big fucking air quotes.
Yeah.
Only because, she's the other Slayer.
The Scoobies capture Bringer and magically interrogate him. Eyeless and tongueless, he speaks through Andrew, who tells them that Bringers are busy forging weapons for the coming apocalypse and do not see Buffy's army as a threat. Later, after saying goodnight to Giles, Faith is approached by the First in the form of Mayor Richard Wilkins, who leads her to believe that Buffy only sees her as a killer and will take the first chance she gets to kill Faith. That evening, 4 couples engage in intimacy. Buffy and Spike take refuge in an abandoned house, and Buffy confesses her self-doubt and inability to let anyone become close to her. Spike tries to rally her spirits by describing that he's seen all of her, the good and the bad, but he still stands by her. Buffy asks Spike to spend the night, initially misunderstanding her meaning. He moves towards a large chair, but Buffy requests he spends the night holding her. Faith and Wood engage in a one-night stand, and in a first on American television, network television I should specify, we have a lesbian sex scene between Willow and Kennedy, which is, like, very PG. And Xander and Anya rekindle their sexual relationship. The next morning, Faith gives out her order. She sends Dawn, Xander, Willow, and Anya to go find Buffy, while she and the Potentials launch a preemptive strike on the First's armory, which turns out to be a trap. Buffy regains her will to fight and brawls with Caleb, evading nearly all of his offensive maneuvers. Because I'm Vince McMahon now. What a maneuver. In the end, she dives into a floor panel in the winery and finds a powerful battle axe that appears to have been hidden there. The episode ends with Kennedy finding a box with which Faith opens and reveals a bomb that is ready to detonate it with only 8 seconds left. Faith yells for everyone to get down, and the screen goes black. What the good is getting down going to do when that explodes?
Yeah.
Hey, get down.
Jump in the water, because there's like this big pool there. Jump in that.
Maybe that's what she meant by get down. She just didn't communicate get in the water.
Because at least if you're in the water, you'd be somewhat protected.
That
at least from like the fire and stuff.
That and the fact that it was kind of under a bridge, so if they were kind of under that, it would assist with the rubble that would supposedly be falling down from the bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least a little.
Yeah, at least somewhat. But still, the chances of them, decent amount of them surviving that within that location, not exactly the greatest.
Well, I'll give you a hint. The ones with names probably will live.
Nah, but still.
Oh, okay.
Well, like, they're not going to kill Faith like that. Because that's a pretty shitty way for Faith to die.
Faith. Just
Oh, man.
blown up because
she's an idiot.
There's a random bomb.
They sent them up the bomb! But not really. Anywho's, stuff within this episode. Ooh. Honestly, in my case, with Paul's concern of the particular Buffy Spike incident, the fact that they were kind of together is a little, The fact that none of the particular sex stuff happened, yay, but
It's still fucked.
it's kind of what Buffy kind of needed with where she was kind of sitting at the time being. Was it going to be a case of she'd have to go back to everyone, be like, okay, I'll follow your guys' rules and follow your guys' advice? When, in the end, it turned out she was right. The fact that Caleb was hiding a thing that Buffy could supposedly use to help all the stuff that was going on.
Oh, okay, but, like... You can't make Spike a good guy.
Without the fact that he would most likely have to go through 3,527 other particular things to get over the fact that he... Would it be rape in that sort of...
Really attempted.
The attempted rape with what happened in the previous couple episodes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was before he had a soul.
Mm.
Arguably.
Well, yes, it was. But I still don't like it. You could have done this exact same thing with a different character. Literally any other character.
But sadly, I don't think too many other people fill the category of a supposed love interest.
It doesn't have to be.
It could have been Dawn. It could have been a nice sort of sister.
It could have been Dawn. It could have been Xander. It could have been Giles. It could have been Willow. It could have been a whole fucking lot of other people.
But now they just need to keep to that shipping sort of connection with Spikes, because, oh man, the Spike characters. But now as it sits, the action of what sort of happened with that was a good. The characters within that could have been better.
You should have replaced Spike with Xander. I would have probably Xander would have been a better choice, I think. But that's just me.
But no, Xander's just getting all knocked up with Anya.
Well, do I have to explain biology and why that doesn't make sense?
No.
Well, that and the fact of just, they're not super happy with all the other sex that was happening in the house.
Yes, so we get the quote-unquote first lesbian sex scene on American network TV. That is like the most PG fucking thing ever.
It was a thing.
It's very PG. Like, I get that this is broadcast television.
Again, it was a thing.
It's so less... Like, it's still very PG compared to the rest of the sex scenes.
Yeah, quite honestly, with most everything else, it was kind of on the same sort of level.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
I think it just sort of stuck with just the TV series is with. I think the only one that was the most extreme was when Buffy was with Angel.
Yeah, I mean, probably. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it stood out to me as being, like, a very PG thing. Because they're like, well, let's not get too controversial here.
We already brought back the mayor for his scene.
Yeah, that's not controversial, though.
No, but it was a scene. It's like, oh, man's... Oh.
I think we were talking about controversy.
Yeah, like, there's a definite controversy in having the first lesbian sex scene. And doing it on a show that's allegedly aimed at a young audience. Even though it's clearly not.
Aimed at the young teen demographic.
Even though it's clearly not.
Exactly.
But yeah, anyway. Did either of you have anything else to say about this particular episode?
I want more Caleb.
Caleb is pretty fucking
I want more of him.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of time left.
Yeah,
I know, there's only like a couple episodes left.
That and the first isn't helping. Confusing the poor lad when he's trying to fight Buffy.
I know, looking like Buffy or something. What was this?
Yeah, the first was Buffy.
Is it because Buffy is alive and she died?
Yeah, she's died twice.
Yeah, okay. So that's confusing.
The first could be a double Buffy.
And, like, I mean, technically Buffy was only brought back by magic the second time. So. Anyway, for music in this episode, we have a song from Heather Nova called It's Only Love, and Robert Duncan with the original score.
Mm-hmm.
And for international titles, in German, The Source of Power! And in French, Counterattack.
You didn't account for my trap card! Dodging all your attacks.
So, next week we will be talking about the episode with the cheeriest title ever. End of Days.
Guess what, everybody? The start of the apocalypse is coming!
Yay!
The stage is set for the final battle with the First.
The bomb goes off and things happen.
Everybody dies.
Yeah.
Yep.
The cave collapses in on the show.
And we're gonna have a few guest stars.
Oh man, more guest stars with
More
fancies.
guest stars.
Yep.
Why are we getting more guests? Are these people who have been in the show?
Well, yes.
Are we getting Angel?
Yes.
Okay.
And Caleb.
Well, duh. We already know Caleb. I mean, they
He's
wouldn't just
kind of
write him
already
off
here.
already.
Wait, but technically he's considered a guest star.
Yeah, I know, but still, he's kind of like the main end game villain right now.
The main endgame villain. Okay.
Other than, the first evil or whatever.
Yeah, well, they can't really kill the First.
Now he's just the evil.
Anyway, until next time, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.